Oh, we're really gonna have some fun tonight. We're really gonna have some fun tonight, ladies and gents. Minions assemble. We're on the vodka and coke. The sours are at the door. Because Jake Paul got beat, ladies and gents. And ladies and gents, before we continue on, you all need to know Jake Paul got battered left, right, and centre by Tommy motherfucking Fury. Okay, Jake Paul, for time, has been doing all this talk, saying he can beat Canelo, saying that he will be a future world champion in boxing, in the cruiserweight division. He'd take anybody on, doesn't matter what weight class. Ladies and gents, that boy, Jake Paul, got found out tonight. It's currently 1:30 in the morning. I'm not in work for the next day, so I am good. I am celebrating because Jake Paul got found out. And which I have been saying for the longest time. Jake Paul is not a good boxer. He's very, very average. Very average. I would say he may be below average from that performance tonight. Because when he came out, myself, all of my family, my parents, even my brother, we all said, he looks like he's on drugs. He does not look like... I even said, he looks fucking high as shit, and he looks like he doesn't want to be there. All I saw tonight from Jake Paul's performance was he was heavily reliant, ladies and gents, on his overhand right. His big over right hand. You see, but with an overhand right, you need to see where your opponent is for you to throw the overhand right and make sure it's not ridiculously readable. Like I could have saw Jake Paul's over right hand every single time he threw it last year. And when he was throwing the overhand right, his face, his eyes were focused solely on the canvas, on the mat. He didn't know where Tommy was when he threw that right hand every single time. He just went, Leroy Jenkins! But it never really connected. It never connected because one, Jake wasn't focused where his opponent was. Second of all, his eyes were too busy focused on the fucking canvas trying to check his footwork. Checking his creps out. I'm like, what the fuck? How that got decided as a split decision is beyond me. How was that given as a split decision? Because there was an American judge. That's why, ladies and gents. I do not know how that was given split decision. Because, in my honest opinion, Tommy won that fair and square, hands down, battered him throughout every single round. The only round that was fairly close was round 3, which is the round Jake was winning on. When I saw it was 56-56, I think halfway through the fight, I went, this is the biggest rig I've ever seen. This is so rigged. Because that win, or that fight, was so heavily towards Tommy. Tommy had the most punches thrown and the best clean hits throughout the entire fight. Jake Paul caught Tommy, I would say, at most 4 times with okay hits. Weren't clean cut, weren't sensational, didn't do fucking shitloads of damage. damage. It was just meh. And like my friends were like, "Oh, Jake Paul's an alright fighter. Jake Paul's decent." I'm like, "No, he's not. He's so one-dimensional. He's just a shitter version of Deontay Wilder. Like, he's not great." And before you carry on, I'm not a Tommy Fury fan, and you're all probably going, "Oh, he's probably a KSI fan." Yes, I am, but also, I don't think JJ, aka KSI, is that sensational. But I will admit, there's only one person out of the two fighters that's actually shown improvement through my eyes, and that is KSI. From what I saw for his fight against FaZe Temper, he has shown improvement. He has shown that he is working on his technique, on his combinations. He's working to see what fits him. He's got this really good bounce going on, which Jake tried so hard to do. But Jake isn't fluid. He's stiff as shit. Jake is a very one-dimensional, stiff fighter. That is what he is. And he is heavily reliant on his powerful over right hand, which he tried to do several times throughout the fight. And none of them landed. I think maybe one did, but it wasn't clean. People will go, "Oh, Jake's got a chin." Let me just tell you something. Tommy Fury's not a powerful hitter. He's not very powerful, is Tommy. He's gone up against guys that have got like 100 losses. 100 losses. And could not put them away. And he's gone to distance with them. That tells you everything you need to know about the guy. Like, respect to Tommy. You did it for the UK and you got the dub. Get yourself home to your missus and your beautiful baby girl. Spend some time with them. Congratulations on your fight. You fought well. That's the best I've seen you fight. Well done. You did your family proud. Both families, with your girlfriend and your daughter, and of course your brothers and your father, and of course your mother. Like, you did them proud, mate. Well done. You put up a great performance. The best I've seen you fight. But all I have to say to you, Tommy, if you are possibly seeing this, is when you see that your opponent is hurt, you let those fucking hands go. Jake buckled, his knees buckled about 4 times throughout that fight. When you see that your opponent is hurt, let your fucking hands go, brother. Let your hands go. Start firing more combinations, because trust me, if you start doing that, your opponents do not have the chance to recuperate and regain focus like Jake did many times. You get in there, you see your opponent is hurt, bang, 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 go in there. You see that they're hurt, you're hungry, get them on their ass or knock them out. Whichever way you can do, or a TKO, you go in there, you finish that fight early. If you see your opponent is hurt, you go in and bang. That's it. That's all you need to work on, is when you have hurt your opponent, which you did to Jake quite a fair few times tonight. You see that his knees are buckled, he's not with it, he's a bit whoa, chicken dancing nearly, or already chicken dancing. You go for the kill. That's what your brother is sensational at. Once he realised he's got his opponent against the ropes in a manner of sense, that they're weak, they felt whatever hit that they were last given. They smell blood, they go for the kill, they end it. That's what your brother's amazing at. That's what you need to start doing. That's what you need to learn on. And I think maybe Tyson may actually go, "Yeah, well done," but he'll probably say the same thing. Learn to let your hands go a bit more. You had Jake against the ropes a lot of times. You had his knees buckling a fair few times in the fight. Let your hands go more. Don't let him regain focus or composure. You get in there and you getting fucking dirty and you go bang, body, wear him the fuck down, and then when you crack him with that fucking nice hook on that chin, he's got to flop, because you did not give him a chance to recuperate whilst he is discombobulated. He's not really there with it. You go in, bang, he's gone, done. Knockout, Tommy Fury. That's what you need to work on, Tommy. That's what you need to work on. Other than that, well done. Go celebrate with your family and get yourself home to your missus and your beautiful baby girl and go and spend some quality time with them and spend some time with your baby girl. And congratulations, by the way. But other than that, Jake Paul showed no improvement. Again. And I've said it from day one. Jake Paul's not sensational. Jake Paul's a one-dimensional fighter that relies on his overhand right. And that is all he has in his arsenal. And then when people are trying to talk shit, like, just because Jake's been fighting longer than KSI does not mean he's better than him. It doesn't. It means jack shit. All that matters is who wants it more on the night. Who wants it more? Who's desperate for it more? Who needs it more? And I believe KSI will do Jake Paul in. Not only because he has that dog in him, but he also has that killer instinct. When he sees that his opponent is hurt, he will go in for the kill. It doesn't matter if technique goes out the window. If he catches you, you're probably going to be put on the canvas, which happened to every single one of his opponents. I mean, if Joe Weller did not have headgear on, and it was 12-ounce gloves, Joe Weller would have been knocked the fuck out. He would have been knocked out. He would have been. Although I do have some modicum of respect for Joe, I think even Joe would probably have that much self-respect for himself and go, if there was no headgear and it was 10 or 12-ounce gloves, I probably would have been put on the canvas. Because there was headgear and it was like 14-ounce gloves or something like that. He wasn't. But you could tell he was so close to hitting the canvas. If the referee didn't stop, Joe was going down. Imagine if he didn't have headgear and it was 10 or 12-ounce gloves, he would have been on the fucking canvas a lot sooner. But with Jake, he's been talking all the shit, saying he could beat Canelo. He's high as a fucking kite. He's had too many yes men going, sucking his cock. Like, no, Jake, you can't beat Canelo because Canelo would fucking manhandle you even worse than what Tommy did tonight. He would have fucked you up quick within the first round. Done. Because like I said, Tommy's not necessarily strong with his powerful punches. He's got better technique and better, versatility. He's got, he's quite experienced. But I think Canelo has got more power, and also with his technique, he will do Jake in within the first round, without a chat of a doubt. But when I found out that it was 8 rounds, I think it was 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes with eight rounds, I was like, what about, I thought it was supposed to be 10-minute rounds. Oh no, not 10-minute rounds. I thought it was supposed to be 10 rounds of like 4 minutes or 5 minutes. And I was like, probably Jake, because Jake looked done out. In the second round, his gasket was gone. He was done for. All Jake needs to do now is shut the fuck up, get back in the training camp and realise he's not that great until he starts to work upon his arsenal. If he works upon his arsenal and become better with his tools and his toolbox and actually realise that I can't get anywhere if I keep trying to focus on an overhand right, you won't get anywhere. You will not get anywhere in boxing. You will not beat other fighters when you've got someone like KSI, etc., and Tommy Fury, who have more in their arsenal and more in their toolbox than an overhand right. They're learning. Like, I believe KSI's boxing IQ is a lot higher than Jake Paul's. And tonight proved the amount of times I saw that boy with his head and his eyes fixed upon the canvas, throwing that overhand right. I was losing my shit. He did not want to be hit. He tried so hard with every fibre of his being going, please, overhand right, please hit him, please hit him, please hit him. No, Jake, you're not going to beat a boxer who's boxed all his life, near enough, throughout his childhood to his adulthood. You're not going to beat him with that bullshit. An old, retired MMA fighter who's a former champion whose chin no longer exists, yes, you will do it to them. But a guy that's in the same age bracket as you will not do it against him, that's been in boxing for a lot longer than you and has more experience, especially in the ring, and has faced tough opponents with good chins. You will not beat them with just an overhand right. when your head and your eyes are focused on the fucking canvas, staring at how good your footwork is or how good your grips look. No, you got to go in there and go, right, I've got to get in mean and dirty. I've got to turn this into a brawl. This is the only way I'm going to win, is if I get in there, get in dirty, roll up and close and personal, fuck him up, fuck his body up, and then tie him down a little bit. He will not be able to get away from the overhand right if that's your only weapon. That's what you should have done. But Jake Paul hasn't got the IQ, so he's not going to do it. But I will give respect to Jake. He gets in the ring, and that you cannot disrespect him for. He gets in the ring. I feel like if he went up against a KSI who has got more power than Tommy, I feel like Jake probably would have been put on the canvas a few times. Because JJ, aka KSI, does actually have more power than Tommy. And then when JJ properly gets better with his technique, that's when he'll be dangerous. He'll be dangerous. From what I saw from his last fight, he's naughty with it. He's nice. He's decent. He's improving a lot. Jake Paul, however, he hasn't improved much in my eyes. And a lot of my friends that we all follow boxing, etc., they've all said the same thing. Oh, Jake Paul's alright. Jake Paul's alright. No, he's not. He's so one-dimensional. He's so stiff. All he relies upon is an overhand right, and he got found out tonight. He got found out. He got caught by having nothing else in his arsenal, praying that his overhand right connects. But the only way your overhand right will connect is if you're facing or you've got your eyes on the opponent. And if you go for it, you know where your opponent is. So you know that it's most likely going to land, or if it lands, it's a little bit blocked, because that overhand right that Jake was throwing tonight was so seen like last year. It's so bad. Like, I was like, oh my god, like he's throwing it from last year. Tommy can slip this so easily. And he did. Jake, go and focus on your arsenal, get more tools in your toolbox, and then when you're ready, come and fight JJ, aka KSI. Because at this moment in time, I think JJ's he's gonna easily deal with you. From what I've seen from the last few fights, and even JJ himself has said it as well, you're very stiff. I feel like the only way that you can possibly deal with JJ, aka KSI, is if you turn it into a brawl. You get in up close and personal and you fuck him up. And that's what you should have done against Tommy, but you didn't, because you got found out that you had nothing in your arsenal apart from an overhand right. But everybody, let me know what you thought of the fight in the comments. We're gonna have another shot of sours. By the way, that's a double shot glass. By the way, that is not a single shot. That's a double shot glass, by the way. And yeah, Jake Paul, I hope that you do come back in the ring, because we would love to see you get knocked out this time. I'm sorry. I know I'm making jokes, etc. It's Jake Law. Honestly, Jake, you've got my respect, but stop chatting shit. Come back with better tools in your arsenal, add in your toolbox, and show us that you have got something in your locker. Because from tonight, you've got nothing. That is everything from me for now. Let me know of your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. If you are somehow new here, hi, I'm Just Small. Please think of subscribing. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers and growing the Mall Minion army. Thank you ever so much. If you've liked what you've seen, crush the like button. And even if you haven't liked it, dislike it. I mean, I would love if we could get maybe 100 likes. I would love that. Tommy, like I said, take some time off now. Enjoy time with your family, your beautiful family, your beautiful missus, and your beautiful baby girl. Go and spend some time with them. Have fun. Eat whatever the fuck you want to eat. Celebrate, mate. You've deserved it. You've earned it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you all next time. God bless, take care, and happy Jake Paul L Day. That's all that today is going to be known as, isn't it? It's just Jake Paul took an L. That's it for me. I'll see you later. God bless, take care, and See you next time. Minions dissemble. Peace.